Chest day is for the boys. Let me get out of my garage. So I just have my pre-workout. Standard protocol: 300 milligrams of caffeine, 5 grams of creatine. Those would be like the main ingredients. Of course, you have your L-citrulline and yada yada yada. But for me, it's really the creatine and the caffeine that really is what I look for in a pre. My number is 305. I've done it all, and that gives you the best pump, best workout. So figure out what's best for you, you know? So late night grind as usual. Going to Fit Club Vegas. Love me some Fit Club. 24 hours, which is goated. And so we're doing chest. So chest is my favorite day of the week. It's my favorite day in the gym. It's my best pump. It's when I look the best and all that. So the reason why I love chest is, I don't know if you notice, but especially when you're doing those heavy presses, you kind of get like a full upper body pump, which is awesome in my opinion. So it's like you kind of get like it's like the craziest pump ever. I mean, ask any gym bro. I bet you everyone loves chest. I mean, I'm not like the only one. So chest and arms probably like standard gym pro protocol, but chest, man, love it. It's also, it's one of my better body parts. So whatever you're basically good at, you're gonna have more fun doing. But when it comes to chest, so I start with pec deck fly. Like a lot of, well, I used to do it too. Everyone, I would say, does, they start with a heavy press to start their chest day. I like to start with a fly. I like to go into my presses with a pump. And of course you're gonna push less weight because you've used the energy to get that pump, but you're gonna get more stimulus in your chest muscle, more activation on those presses, and therefore it's going to be more effective and make more gains. I mean, maybe it doesn't work for you. It works for me. I mean, I clanged and banged, like I said in the last video. I clanged and banged 10 years, where I go in there, I'm going in there doing flat barbell bench, and I'm going as heavy as possible. I don't care about the reps. So, I mean, I've done it, but nowadays what works for me is just, do pec deck fly, and then I'll do incline barbell bench. Those are the first two movements. And for chest, I always focus on incline. I mean, you definitely need to have some flat and decline in there, but incline should be your main focus on the chest because the upper part of the chest takes the longest to come in. But I'm not one of those people saying to skip decline or skip flat movements. No, but I would say focus on incline. I mean, that's what I've been doing for the last few years. Honestly, you guys will see. Chest day is pretty gnarly for me. I mean, it's fun. It's a good pump. Hopefully, I get some good posing videos and some workout videos. I want to post a reel now because some short form content, some on this long form content grind. But yeah, so we'll do like 6 to 8 exercises depending on the pump. We'll go in there. We'll start with pec deck flies, then we'll go to incline barbell, and then we're just going to go with the groove. I don't really go with a set plan. Of course, there's certain machines I'm like, I have to use that. But honestly, this is just like a life lesson, not just working out, but in life in general. I just go with the flow, man. Then I now see what the situation is, and then I'll pick from there, see how I'm feeling, and yada, yada, yada. So, all right, that's a good pre-workout talk. And I will see you for pec deck fly coming up. Start off chest day, pec deck. This is my fourth set. Not going too heavy here. Right now I'm just going for a squeeze and a stretch to get pumped before I do these heavy incline barbell presses. So not till failure. Right now I'm just trying to get pumped up, warmed up, get the blood flowing. And make sure you flex your chest when you're fully contracted in that position. And then think about stretching it, then flexing it. You want to make it all chest, guys. You don't want to have your muscle-mind connection in your arms, hands. Your arms are hooks, and your chest is the one moving this weight. we'll do a drop. So 120 to 80. Oh, and you might ask why I'm gripping it up here and not the handles. Well, the real reason why is I saw Jay Cutler doing it like this. And once I did it, I connected really well with it. So just because a machine is designed a certain way doesn't mean you can put your own twist on it. I think this is an old school Cybex piece. It's still awesome. But yeah, it's awesome holding it like this for me. But I have longer arms, so do what's best for you. All right, yeah, I'm starting to get pumped. So now let's do heavy incline barbell. But, you know, heavy for me is nothing crazy. It'll probably go up to 225. We'll see how it feels. Arguably the biggest set of the day. Second exercise, incline barbell. And, you know, nothing crazy. I have 225. That's a relatively heavy weight for me. I don't really have a rep goal in mind. I'm thinking like eight reps. Normally, I would go to failure on this, but I don't have a training partner to spot me. I come train it late, so it's empty. I think there's one other guy in here in case something happened, but yep, time to lock in. You know, I recommend doing this over a flat. I get a better stimulus out of it. You could try it, and just make sure you push yourself. It felt great. Let's do a drop set. So like I said in the other videos on the drop sets, make sure it's more slower and more strict on the forearm and you're squeezing more because you're already fatigued. You don't really have to pump out a lot of reps to feel it already. Okay. Now, you don't have to touch your chest. You could, or you could not. You just go as low as what's comfortable for you and your shoulder. You know, there's some movements I touch my chest. There's some I don't. You just go off feel. So, all right. So next exercise, we're gonna do a hammer strength chest press. One of my favorite movements. It's a hammer strength machine too as well. Third movement of the day, incline hammer strength chest press. Another incline. And this is honestly the hammer strength equipment here is amazing. Now for this, I mean this is probably a little too heavy for me, but I'm trying to push it. Sometimes, you know, even if you get 5 reps or even less, you got to test your limits. And then this is where I like to do the drop set. So we'll do 4 plates and then we'll drop 2 and then we'll bust them out. And, you know, you may ask, like, what do you use to get motivated before a set? You know, I'm not really a big believer in motivation, but I do believe in thinking about, you know, whatever you got going on that's annoying you and thinking about that and how much it pisses you off and going in kind of super sane. But everyone's going to have a different way of getting amped up. But all right, let's lock in. So make sure you're attached to this. You want to be glued to this. Okay. Oh, God. All right, let's drop this shit. All right, I actually think I got 8 reps there, which is, you know, today's going so far. I got 8 reps on the incline barbell, now the machine. So remember, guys, squeeze and contract more on the drop set since it's light. All chest. Think about pushing with your chest. You don't have to fully lock out because then that's where your shoulder and elbows get involved and your triceps. This is full range for the chest. Whew. All right, pumps coming in. What should we do next? All right. Well, let's do one more press until we go into a fly. I actually really like this press. Well, I'll talk about it when we get there. Right here, we got one of the most underrated chest machines, in my opinion. So every chest day should have a neutral grip press, where your grip is neutral. Instead of like this, it's like this. That helps activate, for me, I feel it in the outer chest a lot. It almost simulates a fly slash press movement. But, you know, Hani Rambod is very big on these. If you don't have a neutral grip press in your chest day, 100% add one. And I recommend doing it when you're, so this is my fourth move of the day, right in the middle of the workout. I recommend either doing in the middle or the end when you're pumped up and really feeling good. We have it on 200. We're going to do a drop set 2 to 1. Let's see how it goes. All right, drop set. We're going to put the weight in half this time. Remember, guys, drop set, focus on the squeeze. All right, let's do some cables now. Another favorite press of mine. You may ask why I haven't done a fly yet, honestly, because we're doing cable flies or incline flies next, and someone's over there, and this machine is right next to the other one I just did. So, out of convenience, I'm doing it now. And you know, you don't have to follow like a set routine. You know what I mean? You could always switch it up depending on what machine's available, how you're feeling. But this cable chest press is the free motion machine. It's really awesome. You could do a fly on here. I like to do my flies standing up though, but the press on here is great. So just make sure you're on your full press, your chest is fully flexed. And we got it on 80 pounds, so nothing too heavy, guys. Let's do a drop. And this is more of a pump movement. Obviously, it's not a strength movement, but you can really feel these. Oh man. All right, yeah. Pump is almost in. I guess the pump is in full effect. But let's do a fly now, obviously, and then after that, I like to end with dips. So now we have standing cable flies, just how I did seated. We're doing standing. I like to do standing because I get more of a stretch, and this has to be probably one of the chest exercise goats, right? Like especially for looking good and bringing in that pump. This is a staple in everyone's chest routine. So we're gonna do a drop set, and now we're just trying to bring out that pump, man. We got it on 60. See how it feels. And I think this is a Body Masters. Oh no, it's an old school Life Fitness cable rack. And honestly, it's the cables are so smooth on it. It's just old is gold, baby. All right, drop set. Okay. All right. You know, we probably, how many, it's probably, what is that, the sixth movement? So I like to end my chest day with dips, assisted dips, not just body weight. So dips are arguably one of the best chest exercises you could do. You get a lot of stimulation in there. So don't ever skip dips. So I'll see you on the assisted dip machine next. We have a old school side bench assisted dip and pull up machine here, but we're doing the dips. I have it on level 6. We'll do a drop set, so I'm gonna go 6 to 10 or 6 to 8, since you know the higher the more weight. For this is a finisher, so really get a good stretch, squeeze, and make sure you're never skipping dips, guys, ever. So this is how I'm ending the chest day, and we will do posing after this. Okay. All right, drop set. Okay. All right. Pretty good chest day. So let's do some poses, and then we'll go have a little cardio talk. All right. Front double. Legs first. Make sure to flare the lats. That was a pretty good chest day. I mean, I hit some numbers. The day off yesterday definitely helped out. Now, I usually would do the treadmill, but I'm going to do the bike today. All right, so should you do cardio every day? I think you could. I think you should do, 20 minutes a day for your heart health. But, I actually do believe if you came from being skinny that maybe one day a week you need completely off, like no cardio, no weight training. But, it's all relative. It's going to work different for other people. I can only speak from my experience. I was really skinny growing up. So the more I rested, the more I grew, which doesn't make sense, right? But when it comes to bodybuilding, less is more most of the time. So it's not, if volume was the key, we'd be in the gym all day and night and just getting bigger and bigger. But no, you got to recover. Because, when you come in here, you lift heavy, you're tearing all these muscle fibers, and they have to re-heal and recover. So if you're constantly training with torn muscle fibers, you don't give them a chance to recover, you're never going to grow. So you tear the fibers up, recover, let them heal, and then keep re-tearing them, let them heal, tear them, let it heal, and the bigger the muscle will get. I mean, it's not the hardest thing to explain, but for beginners, they usually don't really understand that. But, I'm not going to do a car talk on the way home. I'm just going to do a cardio talk post-workout. Because, we talk in the car on the way here. So I'm trying to make this content as quality as possible. And if you guys ever have a question, feel free to comment below. I will answer all questions. But I'm probably not going to get any for a while. But who cares? We're gonna keep doing every single workout. And you never know, man. You never know. You could help someone out. But it's a Monday night, Las Vegas. I think it's around 11 or 12 at night. I told you in the last video I come late because I like an empty gym when I'm shooting content because I don't want to be in anyone's way. I feel like if you're tripoding a lot, you should come at a more quieter hour. That's just me. Some people have no other choice but to go at a certain time and get content. I understand. That's just me. So we did chest today. We'll do back tomorrow. And honestly, I'm pretty stoked for back day because I've been working on my back double a lot, which is that pose from the back, and I like the progress I made on it. Back used to be a huge weak point for me. I mean, it still needs a lot of work, but it's came up a lot. But you can see in my physique, I'm more torso dominant. Chest, back. My limbs are what needs work. My legs, my arms, because they're so long. So I do prioritize that kind of training for that. Sometimes after a chest day, I'll hit a couple tricep movements. Today's not the day because my elbow's just feeling a little out of it. But after your chest day, you could do some tricep or bicep. I like to do triceps after chest and biceps after back, but not today. So maybe we'll do biceps after back tomorrow. We'll see though. So I'm gonna go about 15, 20 minutes, a couple miles on the bike. Then I'm gonna go home. I got food ready. I'm gonna walk the dog and maybe I'll go to the dispensary. Although we should have that talk, you know. If you do smoke, I believe it should be at the end of the day before you go to bed. I think it's a more calming thing. You shouldn't wake up and do it. And you can trust me on this. I was someone who smoked 10 years. So I just save it for the end of the day now. And I feel a lot better, man, because that stuff's just going to slow you down. You know, same thing with drinking. I do drink, not often, but, you know, you shouldn't be drinking that much. All these things you could do to your body, it's just going to slow you down. And they want you slow, man. They want you to rent. They want you to work. They don't want you to have a business. You know, the system. So I guess I just hit a mile. So I guess that'll be it for the cardio talk today. I hope you guys had fun in the video. Maybe I'll start posting some reels out of these videos, but we'll see. And we're going to keep going, guys. So I appreciate not a lot of views. So the views I do get, I appreciate you. Feel free to message me whenever you want, guys. All right? I'll see you in the next one.